If you haven't already subscribed to us for free on iTunes and Google Play, make sure you do that because it will download new episodes to your phone for free. And if you leave a 5-star review, Ryan will read it out loud on this podcast in the Winston voice. Enjoy this week's episode of Get Blueshelled. You know what's really convenient? You guys took so long. Now my air conditioning's on.
Oh, I heard
Hey.
that. I just heard
Thanks,
that.
guys.
Welcome to episode 21. We're officially adults.
For the
Yay!
not yet for me, but for the record, Mike took a while.
For the record, you both took forever. I kept trying to start this like 15 minutes ago, and everybody's like, "Oh, look at this meme I just found." Oh, guys, did you hear about this? Well, let's talk about it in the podcast so we can get this started. And now everybody's going to be hating on my audio quality.
I don't appreciate your tone right now, actually.
Why are you so mean tonight?
We are literally 20
minutes
late.
Did you say tonight, Mike?
I said tonight.
Oh my god. Listen, I'm just as tired as you guys are, but we're 20 minutes late after already being a half hour late because of my own issue. So...
Yeah, but they don't need to know that.
Well, now they need to know that the reason the audio quality is bad is because of you guys, not my fault.
Oh my, she's just throwing us under the bus.
Just throwing you under the bus. You know what else is getting thrown under the bus?
What?
I don't know. I was trying to look at something on our topics list, but nothing fit, so that didn't work. Alright, so this was the second week?
I'm sorry, I had one for under the bus.
What?
Oh, God.
When the Magic School Bus comes out with Kate McKinnon, she'll get thrown under the bus.
Oh my god.
The Magic School Bus.
Don't. If she gets
she
thrown
really
under the
bus?
bus and dies, I'm gonna go write a
Miss
very
Frizzle
angry
will
letter.
not die. You know that's not going to happen.
You don't know what's gonna happen. A lot of people died on the 100 that shouldn't have died.
Oh, let's not bring that up, please.
No, because we're gonna have a podcast with me, Ryan, and our two sisters, and
okay.
we're just talking about the 100.
I'll just be here then.
You're welcome to join, Mike, but you don't know any of the characters. 'cause
Hey,
you didn't
I
watch
know
the show.
everything about
Listen,
100.
Mike just
I
needs
know
one
all
more.
What about
from
Lexa
1,
and Lincoln?
2, 3, 4.
Oh my god! No, you need to watch it, even though it's been spoiled.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ryan.
I got. See, now Nicole threw me under the bus.
I'm gonna throw you both on a bus. You've already been run over by like 2 buses since the podcast started.
Actually, funny story. When I was a kid,
You were driving those.
Funny story, actually.
I was driving them.
When I was a kid, I almost slid under a bus when I was a kid.
Oh my god, Ryan! Did you show your
So
mom?
she was right there.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
wow.
Because I was walking
Did she
to the-
push you?
She would. No, she wouldn't. No, but it was when I was younger, and it was like elementary school, and the bus was pulling up to my driveway, and the driveway was slippery because of like the ice because it was winter, and I slipped and fell, and I fell right in front of the bus like steps,
Oh,
but I
no.
almost slid under the bus.
Oh my god, Ryan! The
So,
rescue
yeah.
hero should have saved you.
Oh, the Rescue Heroes, the rescue game.
Rescue game. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Ryan was obsessed with those rescue heroes when he was like 4, and they were like the firefighter rescue hero, and it was like the cop, and then like the doctor, and it was like all these weird ones, but they had like these really big feet. I don't know, it was really weird. But they were these action figures, and then one time I guess I went over his house and we were like going in the pool or something. No, we were riding your hill in the backyard with the snow, and we came inside, and I'm like just trying to dry my hair off, and Ryan just follows me around the house talking about the Rescue Hero game for like 10 minutes, and my mom got it on film, and as I'm like not ignoring Ryan, but I'm just not responding, and I'm walking from room to room, and Ryan's just trailing behind me. Rescue Heroes! Rescue Heroes!
Oh my God,
That's the cutest thing ever.
Oh my god, I was such a nerd.
Well, that's okay, because you're our nerd.
Yeah, don't change.
Is it actually so that I remember some of
change.
the characters? Is that sad?
Ryan, you just remember everything.
I do.
You do have a really good memory, Ryan.
An elephant never forgets.
Oh my god, stop quoting Childish Gambino. No, how did you remember that line?
Because I'm amazing. I'm an elephant never forgets.
But you listened to that like once with me.
I know.
That's all he needs.
Oh my god, that's scary actually. Unless you're secretly listening to Childish Gambino.
I am now
Girls
recording.
dropping like the NASDAQ.
I am
love
now
that part.
recording this whole conversation, and I shall remember it all.
Oh my god,
I'm
that's,
in your
that's
head.
creepy. That's creepy. Okay. So let's talk about some level 3 stuff before we move on.
Level 3.
Yeah, so again, as a reminder, we are on iTunes and Google Play, so if you have a smartphone that's an Android or Apple, you should totally subscribe to us. It's free. And if you give us a 5-star review on either of them, probably just iTunes because I don't know how to check Google, but you should do it anyway. We will read them on the show. So leave us like a nice little review. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to have
Now
your
that's a pretty
opinion
good
voiced.
deal.
It is. And you know what else we have that I totally
What?
forgot that we've had? Is an email.
You do.
What?
We
I
have
don't
a
know
show
about that.
email.
It's new to me.
Yeah, I made it like 2 years ago and I forgot about it. So it's called getblueshelled@gmail.com. I know it's hard to remember, but if you have any
Guys, write
questions
it down.
or concerns, or if you want to voice your opinion anonymously, or if you just want to write into us in long form, go for it. Email us at
No
getblueshelled.
reason not to.
Wait, we have one right here.
Or-
Nicole from New York says, "This podcast is great."
Whoa.
This is the goat.
Thank you, Nicole.
It's the goat. I would never say great. It's the goat.
It's the
She
goats.
wouldn't.
But
Come
you
on,
say
Ryan.
what?
Get her
What-
character right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm very sorry.
come on.
I'm very sorry.
If you're gonna do that, you gotta at least be right.
What's the woat then? What's the woat?
Every other podcast.
Oh, oh dear.
Oh. Throw them under the bus.
Every other podcast. Okay. No, but anyway, so subscribe to us, please. It does support us. And share it with your friends.
Yes.
If you do subscribe, sorry to cut you off and like rant, but
It
I
was
have my
literally just
coffee
me
already.
saying yes. You run.
If you do subscribe to us, you can set it up so it automatically downloads the new episodes to your phone, so that when you go on your commute to work, or you want to go to sleep and listen to my lovely voice, it automatically downloads it for you.
Wait, but that's way too convenient. Is it really that simple?
Yeah, and it's free.
Oh,
no
what?
strings attached.
Oh my god.
You just have to listen to us. And
Oh.
our rants
never mind
about
then.
stupid stuff.
This is the
But yeah,
corniest
so-
infomercial ever.
For 6 easy payments of $0,
How can I afford that?
I don't know. You may have to sell a body part.
I already did that. No,
Oh
I didn't.
my god!
Not yet. I learned so much.
It just got like randomly silent. Okay, but yeah, so that's that. And then the other thing I wanted to comment about was we've been getting some pretty good feedback on the Kirby series. But if you guys have any feedback on anything else, totally let me know. I started a new TCG series, which has pretty much no direction other than I want to post it Saturday mornings, and I hope you guys like it. It's gonna be as casual as I can and as saltless as I can.
No.
I'm sure it'll be great. Although I have a sneaking suspicion that this is Nicole's way to drink more coffee. It's I'll make another series for you guys, but
Yes.
it's secretly just to drink more coffee.
If I
Fun
put coffee
fact.
in the title.
I mean, listen, fun fact is a couple weeks ago stopped drinking coffee.
Really?
And
believe that.
yeah, I was only having 1 cup every other day when I was having 3 a day.
Oh, wow.
And I
That's
just
actually
cold
really
turkeyed it.
impressive.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, that was so easy. I'm just gonna go back to drinking coffee again, then I can do it whenever I want. So now I'm back to drinking coffee again.
That's not how it works.
I beat it the first time, I can just beat it the second time, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Of course.
I guess that's
Yeah.
how it works.
But yeah, you guys should check it out. I don't know if I'm gonna post it every Saturday, but when I do post it, it will be on a Saturday. It will
There you
only
go.
be posted on Saturdays, but not every Saturday. Just a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square.
Don't bring math into this or shapes.
I gotcha.
Actually, not gonna lie, I know that you and I'm not sure how Mike is with math, but I know Nicole and I have always not been the best.
I love math.
Oh my god,
Really?
I've lost so much
I
respect
really
for
like
Mike
math,
already.
yeah. I should have went into a career with something with math.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What would you want to do? Teach?
No, I don't know. I've considered being a teacher, but probably not. My brother went into engineering, so maybe follow him. But I enjoyed TV too much, so
Mhm.
here I am.
It's never too late, Mike. Follow your dreams.
Okay, I'll be the engineering TV producer.
Engineering team
Oh my-
producer.
Hey, you can produce a show about engineering, make the big bucks.
Hey, that's true. That's a good thing
Fact
about TV.
checker?
You could do anything with it.
That is true.
But yeah, I don't know about you, Nicole, but for me, I actually was decent at math for geometry and trig, but when I got to calculus, it just all went downhill from there because I could not do calculus to save my life.
Oh, I just can't deal with numbers. Like the other day at work, I was trying to do something with numbers, and I got so nervous that I like panicked, and I couldn't. I like got very confused and very I was dazed and confused with the math.
No.
And it was just like time codes, and I'm like, I can't. There's too many numbers. What's going on? There's no adding or subtracting. It's just like writing down numbers and finding them, and I can't do it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Those time codes.
But you know what I do like?
What?
Johnny Depp and Jack Sparrow.
Where are you going with this one?
Ahoy.
I read an article that Johnny Depp dressed up as Jack Sparrow and went to the Pirates ride in Disney, which Ryan and I went to like a while ago. And he literally was dressed up as one of the animatronics, and then people were like, wait a second, that's not an animatronic. But then again, at the same time, you know, there's like those old couples that like went on that and were like, wow, they got really good at animatronics.
Yeah.
He looks so real. He looks so real.
Do they have a video of it? I only saw like
there's
a
a
small
video.
article.
Here's a video of it.
I gotta look it up.
Yeah. I see. The thing is, like when Ryan and I went, I think they had just upgraded the ride for the Pirates movies, so they had the Johnny Depp animatronics in there amongst all the older animatronics. So it was really cool. And I remember at the end, there's like spoilers. There's you're riding the boat, right? And so at the end, when you're waiting to get off, there's like an area to the left, and it's just Jack Sparrow sitting on a throne, and it's surrounded by gold. And he's like talking to you, and he's waving rum around and stuff, and like moving his legs and stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, that looks real. And I went to my mom, like, can I like go over there and take a picture? And she's like, no, you can't just get off the ride and like walk onto the stage. And I was like, I don't care if I get kicked out of Disney, this will be worth it. And she was like, no. But it looked real.
Oh no.
I wish we were there for
Yeah.
that. Ugh.
You know, we'll go to Disney, we'll do our vlog, and we'll just do that. We'll
I
get
mean,
you that picture.
I'm down, except I don't take planes. So I'm done. No more plane rides for me till I die.
Hey, car trip. When Ryan comes home. Mark it on your
Uh,
calendar.
I don't like car
We
trips
could
though.
take-
I actually prefer planes.
Right, we'll
Wow.
fly Ryan over there. Me and you will take a car trip.
How about this? How about I take the train? I'll meet you guys there.
You of
Is
all
there a
people,
train
wait,
there?
you of all people want to take the train, really?
The only issue I have with trains is the fact that they're always delayed. I don't have any
Yeah,
issues.
train
I
rides
actually
themselves
like
aren't
it.
too bad.
Well, I went up to school a few weeks ago, where I used to go to school, for a concert, and I took Amtrak up, and it was like 4.5 there and 6.5 back. I don't know. But regardless,
Train logic.
I don't even know. But, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I slept, I played Zelda. It was cool.
Did you ever
I
beat
just did
Boris?
shrine hunting. No, I tried, and then I got too fed up, so I just went shrine
I come
hunting.
home this week, so I will help you.
Yeah, I need you to help me because I can't beat it. I
Alright.
tried.
Please help her.
And then I need you to play more Dual Destinies.
Well, that's on the list, Ryan, but I've got a million games to play, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Oh,
What are
look
you
at her.
trying to
She's
say?
so good with these
Yeah, you're spot on.
segues. She's better than Paul Blart with the segue and whatnot.
Oh my god, Ryan.
Jeez.
0 out of 10. 0 out of 10.
Not good,
2
Ryan.
thumbs down.
Actually, that's actually really relevant because any movie with Kevin James, I would rate 0 out of 10.
Kevin James is funny, though. Have you seen The King of Queens?
Yes, but I'm sorry. Kevin James is okay. Adam Sandler gets all the dislikes in the
I
world.
hate Adam Sandler. I hate him.
He was good until Mr. I mean, everything after Mr. Deeds, in my opinion. Click was okay.
Yeah, I can agree. I didn't like Click that much. It was okay.
Yeah.
I can say that. It was okay. I feel like after Click, he really went down.
Yeah, that was like the end. Mr.
You know,
Deeds I
like,
really liked. And a
Click
couple
was the
before.
beginning of the end.
I
He
also
really
don't like,
clicked it.
I also don't like Jack.
Or it really clicked. Sorry. I messed that one up. But Mario Kart
Wait,
8.
what? Oh, Mario Kart 8? MK8? Okay, so Mario Kart 8. So you guys own the Wii U version, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't own the Wii U version because the last Mario Kart that I bought was the regular Wii, and I didn't like the addition of the 12 people because there's too many items floating around. Okay, I saw a GIF from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe where this guy got hit by 5 red shells and a blue shell, and he still won. But it doesn't matter. I would be so tilted after the 3rd red shell.
Well, I mean, that's just any game. I like the item system in Mario Kart a lot, actually. Did you hear how they, like, revamped it a bit?
Something with coins.
Well,
That's all I heard.
Coins.
coins is a thing, too. But basically, it, like, depends on how far away you are from the person first.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like, the person, like, in last... If the race is, like, really close, people won't be getting, like, too bad of an items. but it makes it pretty easy to pull ahead because of that. Like, people be getting good items if they're far away in like second and third, but the only thing they really get are like red shells, unless you get really bad luck, which like lightning and blue shells going left and right. It's pretty easy to like pull ahead, at least for me.
Yeah, I don't know. See, it's okay. So Mario Kart and Mario Party are like the two Mario games that I just can't stand anymore. Like,
So
I
sad.
enjoy Mario Kart, but I hate winning for 90% of the race, and then the last like half of a lap, you just get hit by like 60 items, and it's just nonstop. It's like I'm not moving. I get hit by a banana. I get hit by a red shell. I get hit by a blue shell. I get hit by a lightning. It tilts me beyond belief.
I mean, but it doesn't happen every race, though. I mean, it does happen because it's happened to me the other day, but it's not like it's a constant thing. And I mean, I know that that's luck, and Mario games are a good part of luck, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think I'll pick it up eventually. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I feel like with Mario Kart 8, it's a lot easier to minimize all that happening. Because I'm the same way where I don't get lucky at all, but I have to use like pure skill to win these races. And
Which I don't
usually
have
that
any.
shows.
Yeah, I'll pick it up eventually, not right now because I don't need it. Right now, the next game that I plan on getting is Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
So we can play it together, and I'm gonna try to get a capture card so we can play that and record that, put that
Yes,
online.
we gotta go into ranked.
And technically,
And then we'll have
Ah,
a guest for our fourth person.
Ooh,
Switches.
yes. And technically, if
that's a good idea.
And technically, if Mike and I own Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you don't need it technically.
Well, yeah.
At least if I have it, you
But-
could just borrow it. But
Well, if you really want, you guys could hang out and do 2-player split screen while I play online on my own and the networks.
okay, that works.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
make it work.
Do you want us to, since we've both played it, Mike and I, do you want us to share our thoughts on the game and like if we would recommend?
Oh,
it
we
to
should
you?
definitely talk about battle mode at the very least.
Yeah, talk about it.
All right, so I guess I'll go first because Mike actually owns it. I don't own it. I played it with when my friend came over because he actually got it, but I don't have it yet. I'm gonna get it when I get home. Anyway, honestly, I have to say after playing this, after everything they added between the new characters, the new battle mode, the 2 item slots, I think this might be the best Mario Kart, or at least the most comprehensive. I have a very, very soft spot in my heart for Double Dash. I think Double Dash is amazing.
I agree.
And
Yeah,
I still might
same.
put it at number 1, but I think that between everything they added in this game with 48 tracks, all these characters, the new battle mode, which is really fun, I think this is just the most comprehensive and just the ultimate Mario Kart game, which I would never get bored of this game. I can play this game for hours on end, and I love it. Mike, what would you say about this game?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
So, off the bat, I would say if you never picked up Mario Kart 8, the original, definitely pick
Yes,
this one
I'm
up.
sorry.
Like
I'm sorry.
100%.
Mike's right. That's a good point. I mean, if you already have the Wii U one like me, you're less likely to get it. But if you don't have it, get this one for sure.
Yeah, and then I would also say it is worth picking up again if you were interested. Just because everything's unlocked. Especially if you usually hang out with a group of friends and end up playing Mario Kart, the battle mode's such a good addition,
It's
and it's
so
so well
good.
done. Like,
I've always liked the battle modes in like previous ones.
yeah.
Like, not every one always works 100%, but there's been some that are like the original Mario Kart DS one had a really good battle mode.
Yeah, and they have like good options too. There's like 5 different modes, I think, or 6.
Yeah,
and
see,
then
that's
one of the
really
new modes
nice.
they added is so good. Have you played it,
Yeah.
Ryan?
Played
The
what?
Cops and Robber mode?
Oh, Renegade Roundup? Yeah, that's actually a really
Yeah.
cool concept. So, just to explain to Nicole what that is, basically it's 8-10 players. Like, let's just say it's like 10 players.
Yeah, I think it's 5v5.
If I 5, and there's 5 cops and like 5 robbers, you could say. And the cops have piranha plants that like remember the piranha plants from 7 or Deluxe or whatever it was, like where they push you along.
Yeah.
So the cops have piranha plants, and that they have piranha plants, and then the robbers have to escape the piranha plant cops. And obviously, if the renegades or whatever escape the cops, they win. If the cop catches you, they actually put you in a cage, and you can't move. And the only way to get out of your cage is if your teammates to save you and unlock the cage, and you get points based on how many people you save. So it's kind of like a cops
It's
and
like
robbers.
pretty intense for Mario Kart, I think.
It was really
It's
good.
actually, yeah.
Like, not in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, I feel like most of their battle modes are take an item and hit people.
Yeah, I was surprised too because usually that is the case, and I'm like, oh, this could get complicated maybe. But like me and my friends played, like we had like 2 on each team plus the AI, and like we picked it up really fast. It was it's like so easy to understand.
And then
That's good.
just so Nicole knows, they have traditional battle modes back. So there's balloon battles back. They have bomb battle back. They have coin runners. Nicole, do you know what that is?
No.
It's just like get the most coins.
Oh, okay.
And then
That was self-explanatory.
And then they brought back Shine Thief from Double Dash. And Mike, how fun is Shine Thief in this game?
Oh my god, we were having a ton of fun with
It's
this.
so intense.
Did you do the bomb
my
battle
God.
mode?
I did. I really did. It was good.
If
I
you
like the
put,
bomb
AI
one.
Yeah, you put like AI on, so it's like 15 people or whatever, 12 people running around, and it's just the only items you get is bomb, but you can eventually stack up to 10 bombs. So I get 10 stack, go into a pile where I know they are, just like light up the place.
Justice rain from above.
Yeah, basically. That's what it felt like.
Well, one thing I think Nicole would like, Mike, is that because she mentioned earlier that she doesn't like the intensity of the items.
Mm-hmm.
In this battle mode, Nicole, you can set it to have normal, hard, or like frantic AI difficulty. So you can set your difficulty.
Frantic AI difficulty.
Well,
Who would set it to frantic?
Some people do. But yeah,
You're
you
crazy.
But no, but you can set your AI difficulty, but you also can set the item usage. Like you can set the amount of items from normal, hard, or again frantic. So if you think that there's too many items going on, you could just lower it, which is nice.
Yeah,
Those
and then you
are
could have
good
certain
stuff.
items where it's like only like the frantic items are only like shells and
Oh my
like
gosh.
flowers. You don't get like the banana stuff. And
The
then like
bananas.
the bananas.
No, I know what you're saying. I like that because I used to do that in Smash all the time, where I would set it to high for items, and then I would only use Pokeballs. So, we would
That's
just have like
frantic.
Pokemon fights all the time. It was cool.
That's fun.
Or Foxy Fox FD no items, that works
Of course.
of course, best mode ever.
One extreme or the other.
too. Yeah. But I can segue this if you guys are done. I have the perfect segue. So, is your Mario Kart 8 discussion?
One
wrapped
thing
up?
I do want to say that I'm a little upset about
Oh.
is that the balloon battles where in old Mario Kart games you lose all the balloons and you're just out, like elimination.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore. Have you played Balloon Fight, Ryan?
I have, and actually, I like what they did because you can go into why you didn't like it first if you want.
Okay, so basically I do like how they did it. I just wish there was an option for the other Balloon Fight mode.
I agree with
Well,
that.
tell me how they changed it, because I don't know.
So basically, you get 5 balloons, and then every time you hit a person with and like make them lose their balloon, you get a point. And then you keep going until whoever has the most points. But if you lose all your balloons, you lose like half your score.
Oh, so you're not actually out. It's just a point
Yeah, you're not.
system.
You respawn with 5 balloons again, but like let's say you had like 8 points, you drop down to 4, and you
Nintendo,
go again.
you gotta stop. Just
And like it's so bad because like I'd go on a rampage because it's me, and like I would have
Yeah.
like 15 points, but then like some bullshit would happen, and then I'd lose like 2 balloons in a row, and then I'd drop down to like 7 points.
See, but I don't mind that because think about it this way: if it was the old version and you had 15 points and you like lost all your balloons, you wouldn't lose half your points. You would be out for the whole.
well, there
whole
wasn't
game.
a point system.
No,
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
I mean, that's true, but like I know dumb luck can happen in Mario Kart, so I actually don't mind losing half your points because at least you're still in the game. Nothing bothers me more than having a 5-minute round and some dumb luck happens and I get out in 4 minutes and I have to wait 4 minutes for the round to end and I'm a ghost. Like I feel like that's just boring.
You know what my response is, Ryan?
Don't play Mario Kart. That's your response.
Get good.
Oh,
Nicole,
Oh.
fight me in Mario Kart. See what happens.
1v1 me FD no item. Fox FD no items.
1v1
right now,
me in
melee.
200cc. See what happens, right, Mike?
oh
No,
my
I
god.
would win. Are you kidding?
Oh my god, 200cc is so much fun though. It's like crazy.
I love
Fight me
200cc.
in Guitar Hero.
Fire and flames.
Are you good at Guitar Hero?
She used to
Certain
be.
songs I could play. I memorized on expert hyperspeed.
Oh wow.
But certain songs,
Certain
but not all of
songs.
them. I can
Very
only play
specific
like
playlist.
I was only able to play like 2 parts of Through the Fire and Flames without failing. Everything else though, the really difficult parts I couldn't do.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing that on expert.
But I'd say like 90% of the songs I played on expert.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Not
pretty
bad, not
good. I've
bad.
never played guitar before. I actually can't really read music, even though I know that's not Guitar Hero related. Like you don't actually read music, but I'm just segueing this into a new conversation. Like I used to play the flute in school, and for some reason I just can't. I just never understood music, and I think it's because the counting of the beats was math related, so I never really got it.
Oh no.
And I never put forth the time of trying to learn it. But yes, I still cannot play my 4th grade music.
Damn. You know you were a pro flute player. You just couldn't read it.
No.
You were like Beethoven.
No.
Except completely different.
My favorite, I don't know if I told you guys this story, but I had to take a test for band.
Yes.
I want to say this was like senior year. I think I told Ryan this. Did I tell you this, Mike?
I think you said it on the
maybe,
podcast, but yeah.
but
Did I?
I'm not. I
There's
just
too many
I distinctly
episodes.
remember the story, so I'm not sure if it was with me or if it was in the podcast. I can't remember.
Okay, Mike, stop me if you remember the story, because I probably told it on the podcast.
okay.
But one time I had to take a test, and it was like memorizing the chromatic scales. I had to memorize like 3 scales, and then there was a piece of sight reading I had to do, so stuff I've never seen before, and then it was a piece of our band music that I had to play correctly. And I'll be honest with you, I never practice, but I did practice for this test. And I mean, I still couldn't play it. Like, I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna fail this test. I don't care. I have too many other things that I can actually practice and study, and I don't get music, so whatever. So I go in, and I didn't play it well. Like, I'm straight up gonna say I did not play well. Like, I barely played the scales. I was able to kind of play the music that I had already, but then when I got to the sight reading part, it was over.
I
And so
think
I'm
you
sitting
did
there-
tell this, but I don't remember the ending, so go on.
Okay, so I'm sitting there, and I'm, like, sweating, and I'm, like, panicking. I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna give me, like, a 20 on this test. Like, I did. The only thing I did right were the band music that we already had. And she turns to me, and she goes, you know, Nicole, I could tell that you tried, and I could tell that you practiced, so you got better, and I'm gonna give you 100. And I sat there like, what is going on? I was so confused because I should have failed that. I easily should have gotten a 40 on that.
But they recognized your hard work. That's what
But then I
school's
was
all
like,
about.
at the same time, I'm like, hold on, I played that so poorly, and she thinks I improved. How bad did she think I was? But, I mean, whatever. My friends who actually played better than me got worse grades. I don't care. Okay, we're back. We had a small technical issue, but we're good here.
Ooh, ah.
Is that Luigi? Who did that? Who dat? New phone, who dis?
Who this?
So, let's segue this into a new discussion, I think. Segue. So, we have a crisis, a potential crisis here, guys.
Uh-oh.
Breaking
oh,
news
no, I know what
is
topic this
happening now.
Yes, this is important because this can affect you guys.
Even me?
Yes.
Oh.
Even Ryan, who's never seen the show before.
What about my children?
I think they'll be okay. They shouldn't be
so-
watching the show. Some hacker, quote unquote,
Sombra?
hacked Netflix's production thing.
It was
I guess a
Sombra.
company, whatever company makes Orange is the New Black, he hacked them and stole rough cuts of the new season 5
Oh my god.
and is posting them online.
That's like really bad, actually.
Yes, now here's the deal. They're rough cuts. So, like, the ADR and all the sound effects are, like, bad. Like, apparently somebody gets punched, and instead of hearing, like, you know, a punch that sounds correct, it's like a cartoon punch or something. So,
Yeah, those placeholders.
but they're online, and people know what happens. Now, we can't spoil the end of Season 4 because Mike didn't get that far yet.
Oh.
But it leaves off on a pretty damn big cliffhanger. Like, a pretty big one. Like, probably the second biggest on the series.
Whoa.
Yeah, so, like, more than Alex almost dying, okay? And that's a lot for me to say. That was one hell of a cliffhanger to live on for a year.
Where does that rank?
That was 3. This is 2.
Oh, that's 3. Okay.
Because I like, knew she was gonna live. I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, there's no way they kill off Alex. There's no way. But
That doesn't happen.
because when it does, I'm done watching the show.
Of course.
Let's just make that clear. But yeah, no, so they're posting it online, and so people are like, oh, Netflix should release the whole season now, a month early. And then some people are like, oh my god, people are not going to resub to Netflix because they can just watch everything online. But I want to get your guys' opinions on it. If your favorite show, right, so you're paying $15 a month on Netflix to get access to not just that one show, but to every show. But let's just say your favorite show was leaked in an unfinished format illegally online. Would you A, 1, watch it, 2, assuming you don't do anything illegal, but would you watch it or read up spoilers? 2, would you cancel your Netflix subscription or 3 would you stay subbed and then wait for the release?
See, it's great because this exact thing happened with my favorite show,
What show?
Game of Thrones.
Oh.
So
Dun,
it was
dun.
like last season. I think it was like episode 1 came out, and then somehow like
Oh, I heard about
at
this.
least a few of the episodes got leaked.
I heard
Yeah.
about this. Okay,
And
so
then people were
continue.
like looking up online, and like HBO was like fast with it, and they took it down like within a couple of days, even maybe within 1 day.
Yeah.
But so to answer your questions, I would wait for it to actually air, and I would not unsubscribe.
Ryan,
I
what
would
about you?
Watch it.
What if that happened with Survivor?
Oh no, Ryan's favorite
Oh.
show.
Well, that's a little bit different because I don't think people would. I've never seen episodes be posted early, but because Survivor's filmed months in advance, like the season I'm watching right now was filmed back almost a year ago.
Yeah. Well, that's usually how they do it. But
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Continue.
I don't think the episodes are online because CBS is actually pretty good with keeping their stuff under wraps, like with that.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, it's hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
Ryan, hypothetical.
He's like, it wouldn't
Well, no,
happen.
no, no,
It's not gonna happen, so I don't have to answer the question.
I will
Answer
answer
the question.
I will answer the hypothetical, but I wanted to preface it by saying that the spoilers are online right now because the season already aired, so people know who was in the final 3 and who's probably going to
Yeah.
win. So that's already online, so I won't look it up. But to answer your question, if the hypothetical happened and the episodes were leaked, I agree with Mike. I would wait till they aired on TV, or if it was Netflix, like Orange is the New Black. I would, like, for example, if I know it hasn't happened yet, but if season 5 of The 100 got leaked already, I would just wait for it to go on Netflix because I don't like to be spoiled ahead of time. I want to be completely shocked.
So here's the other issue too, is that so I think we're all on the same page because I am waiting for the new season.
Yeah.
Like I want to watch it in high quality, completely edited, that kind of thing. I don't mind waiting. But now let's just assume, because I think I heard it was the first 10 episodes that were posted online.
Jeez.
Let's
a
just
lot.
assume that there are people out there who will watch that. Now they're going
Oh,
to
yeah,
post
definitely.
spoilers. They're going to post what happens with that cliffhanger because, like I said, that's probably the second biggest cliffhanger of the series. Like, people need to know what's going to happen with this. There's going to be spoilers now online. So what do? Do you just completely avoid... Now, I have to avoid all the forums and stuff that I was reading. Like, I'm
Yeah.
completely avoiding the subreddit and anything.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's all done for you until the show airs. You can't
Which-
even like risk it.
It really sucks too. Okay, I hate to bring this back up again, but Mike and I had Korra spoiled for us,
Oh no.
and that was
The
like the worst
nightmares.
feeling. How
We
did
were
you
so
react?
close. It was terrible. Well, you know how I reacted. I mean, I know you're asking for the audience, but it was devastating, I would say, because like it was such like a speculation for so long that it would happen. And like I remember like after every episode, like we were watching it like when did it come out? Fridays?
I think it was like Fridays, and it was like November to December or October through December.
Yeah. Well, anyway, like at the beginning of work, we would like talk about it like every time. We would talk about the
Yeah.
new episode. And then it's like, oh yeah, do you see like the Korosami thing? And it's like, it would always start with like, oh, that'd be cool if it happened, and like it looks like they're teasing it.
Yeah.
But our conversations would always end, they're not gonna do it because
Yeah.
it's Nickelodeon. Every single one would end.
Mhm.
And then it was like, one day we were just like, it's like, oh yeah, so excited for like the finale. And then I saw something online.
on
and I'm
Facebook.
like,
That's
yeah,
the
on
issue.
Facebook.
It was on Facebook.
It's because it was such like groundbreaking.
But the
Where
thing
like
is, too,
people would just post it right
Oh.
away.
That's the thing. And you know what it was too? It was a news article.
Yeah.
Because of the ending of Korosami on a children's network. Like, clearly that's newsworthy, and somebody posted a photo, and I remember like you had seen something and you said watch out, there's spoilers, and I was like, oh okay, I'm not gonna see anything on Facebook. Like, I don't follow any Korra fan pages. I don't like, I unfollowed things that I thought would post news articles, and somebody randomly shared a news article, and then what is it? It's just literally a photo of them holding hands, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait a second, is this like fan art or is this canon? And I started freaking out, and I'm like, well, I can't watch it at work, so I have to now wait all day. And at that point, when it happened, I was still somewhat surprised because I was like, oh wow, they actually did do it. It's not somebody like looking into it. But at the same time, I was like, damn, I really wish that wasn't spoiled.
Yeah, because like the thing I saw, I think it was just like one sentence of being like, oh my god, Korosami, or it's like Korra and Asami, something like that. And I'm like, okay, that's just the fandom overreacting to Korra and Asami. There's no
Yeah.
way they actually did anything. And then I'm like, Nicole, be careful, watch out. And then I think you saw your thing, walked over to me because we were sitting really close at that time,
Yeah.
and you're like, I think I saw it. I'm like, does it involve Korra and Asami? And you're like, yes.
Oh no, that was the worst feeling in the
Yeah.
world. My shit.
And then we just like broke down. I'm like, no.
That was the woat.
poor
That was
Nicole.
the woat.
Yeah, we were so happy, but so devastated.
Oh god.
Somebody could put some emotions. But I feel like life is ironic because I feel like whenever you say in life or a TV show, like, that's never going to happen, it always happens. Like, Mike, I remember Thanksgiving break of, like, 2015 or whatever, I was over Nicole's house.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about, wow, the Smash ballot, or, like, the Smash,
Oh.
like the ballot or the special direct is happening. How cool would it be if... And then she's like, cause at this point, I want it to be known, at this point, I haven't played Bayonetta yet. I think I played it either over winter break or over the summer break.
Yeah.
So I hadn't officially played it yet, but Nicole showed me like footage, like she played it for me, so I know what it was. And she kept saying to me, Ryan, how cool would it be if she's in Smash? I'm like, that would be awesome. And then we ended the conversation with, but it's probably not going to happen. And
Yeah.
Like, there's no way they would put that in a Nintendo game. Like, there's no way, right? Like, not in Smash, at least.
and then we found out,
No, like, no one
and
saw
then
it coming.
Nintendo said, make her sexier, and the rest was history.
Yeah. No, but it was funny because like Ryan and I were both like, that would be the coolest thing, but it just won't happen, so we didn't expect it. So we were like still surprised because we just
Well, I was shocked. I was
Yeah.
talking to my friend about it. I like to be surprised, even like with the 100 or with Survivor. Like I get into the moment, I get shocked, which is my best. I love that reaction in life,
yeah.
which is why I like watching. Of all the Let's Plays I watch on YouTube, I've stopped watching like those traditional like playthroughs because they get like kind of stale at this point. Because I've been watching it for years. I now mainly watch blind Let's Plays because I like seeing first time reactions to stuff.
yeah.
Right.
So I will tell you that I just love reaction and shock. So even though will get surprised for Survivor and I'll get surprised for like the 100 or whatever you want to call it, or even like Phoenix Wright, the most shocked I've been in my life, or like a top 5 moment for sure, was that direct, because I did not see Corrin or Bayonetta coming at all. and
Nobody. That was one of the few
Yeah.
that didn't get leaked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, Roy and Ryu got leaked. I'm like, oh, I don't want the rest to get leaked. And I'm like, how did they not get this to be spoiled? And I almost fell out of my chair. I've never been more shocked since that moment.
Did they leak Cloud?
No, Cloud was not leaked, which is
No, yeah,
shocking. Roy and Ryu were, U2 was, and then obviously Corrin and Bayonetta weren't. And I was floored.
Well, we're
Yeah.
finally getting
Well,
those
it's like the
amigos.
same. It's like the same reaction with like Shulk for Smash. Like
Yeah.
when they were like announcing the roster like one by one, like Shulk was like, I think he was my number 1 that I wanted in Smash. But I'm like, no way, the game barely made it to the US, and like it did well. People that played it love it, obviously. But I'm like, there's no way like this Japanese character's gonna get in. He's just too different. His moveset would be awesome, but he's too different. And then they announced it, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But this is the same reason like I watch like E3 and stuff for like the game announcements, because like that feeling of surprise, that's what gets you. That's what
Speaking
makes it
of
worth watching.
E3,
Segue.
Nintendo
Wow.
announced that they're not attending E3 this year.
Yep, they're direct again.
This is the 4th time, I think, I read. 4th year in a row.
Yeah, that sounds
Which
right.
is fine. That's fine.
I mean, okay, I wanted to ask you guys for your opinion. Everybody's freaking out saying, oh, Nintendo doesn't care about us, blah, blah. But, okay, yes, it does suck to not have Nintendo at E3. However, they do a pretty good job with their Nintendo Directs, and even though it's not the same since Iwata passed, I do think that it achieves what Nintendo wants, which is going directly to the viewers, you know? Instead of putting on a presentation for a bunch of people in the room where people are watching, they're literally making a presentation for you.
Right.
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. I still think it's important to do it, and I think they should do it, the presentation. Just because, yeah, they like all the Nintendo fans are going to pop in, and I'm sure like new people are going to check it out just to see what Nintendo's up to.
Yeah.
But it's such a big week where if you don't stand out, you'll easily get missed. And I feel like that could happen with Nintendo. Like, it's good their presentation online, easily accessible, and you could just view it whenever you have free time. But for people on the show floor, especially the press getting hands-on with stuff, that's so key to do.
Well, from what I think I read they're still having hands-on things at E3. They're just not doing an E3 presentation, from what I understand.
That's okay.
So
No, yeah, that's usually what they do. But I
Yeah.
mean, like, just showing, like, Odyssey there, for example, and being like, you could play it, like, on the show floor, or, like, check it out. But here's, like, a big taste of it, and, like, it's...
yeah,
What I'm trying to say is, like, a different environment that helps hype up the game.
Right.
I totally agree.
Like,
yeah.
seeing, like, live reactions, everyone cheering.
Yeah,
Like, I think when, like, Skyward Sword got announced, people were, like, crying.
Oh, I
like,
watch
seeing-
the Twilight Princess one all the time. It makes me so sad.
Yeah.
No, but I totally agree with Mike with everything he said, so I'm not going to repeat it. But the one thing I will add is that I think that what matters to me, obviously, whether it's a presentation or direct or whatever, I care more about the content, obviously. So, like last year, we had the whole thing on the show floor with Sun and Moon for like an hour. Then we had like that 6-hour thing for Breath of the Wild, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And then the year before, they had a simple direct, which I thought was totally fine because I was excited. I tuned into it. I was watching in a stream, so it was really cool. But I was let down by the content. Like, I was waiting for a huge announcement, and all it was like, yeah, here's Fire Emblem Fates, here's some other things coming out. Oh, here's our last big announcement, Mario Maker. I'm like, are you kidding me? I tuned in for this. So I think honestly, Mario Maker was like the one game purchase that I will never, I regret. Like, I bought it and I haven't even played it.
Really, I love Mario Maker.
I don't find it, I would rather play levels made for me already.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like, the only reason I got into it... Oh, sorry to cut you off.
No, go.
The only reason I got into it is because, like, I'd build levels for my friends and be like, here, try this, and then they would just hate me.
It's just so much time you put into it, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, I just care more about the content. Like, I don't care if it's a direct or presentation as long as the content within is good. So if we get news on Odyssey plus like 2 or 3 other big games, I'm fine. It'll be totally fine.
Yeah, and just really quick to wrap up Mario Maker as well. The thing with that is that I think it was a really good Twitch game. Because people can build levels for their favorite creators. People can watch high-level creators like Panga, or whatever his name is, make really crazy levels. And then, like, the one guy, it took him, what, like 48 hours to beat his own level because it was so difficult.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, like, I think that was really great for Super Mario Maker. But I feel like on a consumer level, like, I'm not very good at Mario, so, like, playing most of those levels online took too much effort and too much of my time. I prefer the easy game levels, but I do think that it was pretty successful overall, just maybe not for, like, my demographic.
Yeah. Like, it's definitely... I thought it was really good. It's not something they should do again. Maybe if you really want ported over to the Switch, but...
Well, it's already getting ported to 3DS, right?
Yeah, I think it's already out on 3DS. Am I
Maybe.
wrong with that?
It's already out.
Yeah. I don't
Okay,
think it'll go to
you're right.
Switch just because the dual screen is kind of necessary for that game. For once, it took them how many years of the Wii U cycle to finally make a game that needs both screens?
Yeah.
Like,
I think they might be able to get away with it personally, but I agree. I'm like, it's not necessary, and they definitely shouldn't do a Mario Maker 2. I don't... Like,
I don't
they
think
could
so.
definitely improve and add a lot of things. I don't think it's necessary. Maybe wait way down the road.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do to fix it, so I can't comment, but what I would like to see them announce at E3, or, you know, during their direct stream, a new Pokemon game. And the reason why I say that is because we are in the off year. We had Sun and Moon come out last year, now we're in the off year. I think a lot of people expect a Diamond and Pearl remake, and
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, or I don't know if you guys know how much I love Diamond and Pearl, but I would be all over a Switch port for Diamond and Pearl. All over it.
Well, the way to do it is, in the past, they did, like, their off year as, like, their remake year. So they could definitely do, like, announce Diamond and Pearl at E3, and then, like, next year, be like, hey, here's this new Switch game, Pokemon, and, like, make it big. But they could even test the waters of Pokemon on Switch with the Diamond and Pearl remake, which is what I'm hoping for this year.
I hope so,
Yeah,
too.
because this is going to be the first main series game, in a very long time that didn't have dual screen. So I'm curious to see how it's going to be as somebody who went from one screen, right, to dual screen, going back to one screen. I'm kind of curious how that's going to affect me. Now, I don't expect it to be like, oh my god, I can't play the game anymore. But, like, seeing the advancement that the game has gone with the dual screen over how many years. Diamond and Pearl was the first game with 2 screens, okay? Diamond and Pearl may be the first game that goes back to one screen for Pokemon. Think about
that'd
that.
be cool.
Well,
Right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go on.
No. I'm just saying. I'm kind of curious to see how me as a player, a fan since day one, is going to feel about that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's basically it.
I'm sure once they show it off, it will be like, I'm sure they know that that's an issue, that's a concern people might have. So I'm sure they'll address it in their presentation. But I agree. I hope Pokemon gets announced at E3 or we get like a trailer for it or whatever. But I'm just a little nervous because it's already. I mean, when we're recording this, tomorrow is May. Tomorrow is going to be May 1st. And usually Pokemon game announcements, if the game is going to come out in the same year, usually the announcement doesn't go past May. Like, I think the latest we ever got was ORAS. And I think ORAS announcement was like mid-May, because I remember I was still in high school at the time, so it was like around like May, like mid-May. And then it came out in November of that year, like 6 months.
Yeah.
Even Sun and Moon was announced in February and came out in October, or whatever it was. So I'm just nervous that if we don't have a Pokemon announcement by the end of May, or at least E3 in June, I'm nervous we won't get one this year. And I know that you said like off years are first remakes, but I just checked the recent years in Pokemon, and 2016 was obviously Sun and Moon. 2015 they took an off. I mean, maybe they had like spin-offs, but like 2015 was a complete off year for them for main series.
Okay.
2014 was ORAS. 13 was X and Y. 12 was Black 2, White 2. So stuff like that. So like, except for 2015 and maybe like a few other years, they've actually been pretty good with releasing one main series / remake every year, which I think is awesome for them.
Yeah.
Obviously, they took 2015 off, but that's why.
Well, like Sun and Moon was such a big jump.
Yeah, of course.
At that time.
So, but I'm just nervous because that announcement came in February and it's already May tomorrow. So I just hope that if we don't get it, I just hope that we get something by end of May or E3, which is like June 10th or whatever it is. Because if we don't get it by then, it's not happening this year.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree to an extent. Like, Nintendo's been, the last few releases have been worldwide, right? So you no longer have the early teasing for Japanese games and then having to wait another 6 months for American. But I will say that I feel like it's different with a remake versus a brand new game. People are gonna buy the remake just for the fact that it's a remake, and then you're gonna have new Pokemon fans who never played Diamond and Pearl who are gonna want to buy it. So you don't really have to advertise like a brand new thing, if that makes any sense. I mean, the systems are pretty much going to stay the same, right? It doesn't take as much development time to make a remake. So I would not be surprised if you did get an announcement late, at E3 for a holiday 2017 release. I don't think that that's out of the question.
Okay, so
yeah, it's definitely a possibility. I definitely agree with. I'm more leaning towards Ryan though, where I think we would expect it before then. But I can see them doing that with a remake. Definitely not like a full game though.
Yeah, I mean,
but
listen, do I expect it to be, an August announcement for a September release? No, I don't. That's not going to happen. But I also don't think that it's like, oh wow, they didn't announce it at E3, it's not going to happen. I still wouldn't take that. I still wouldn't say that means we're not getting one. Nintendo's weird like that.
Yeah, they're hard to predict, which is, I guess, good or bad.
Then you get Zelda, who gets delayed like an extra 3 years. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't know what that
but
company's doing anymore.
it was worth it though. So
Was it?
Mike,
Was it worth
Mike,
it?
was it worth it, Mike?
I don't want to answer this because it was, but I hate them.
Yeah.
I think it was overall a pretty good game. I mean, I didn't beat it yet, but I will say, and this may just be me because I didn't beat it yet, I don't feel as into the story as I was with previous Zeldas. And it's not that the story's bad, by any means. I think the story's very good. I just don't feel as much of a part of the story.
No, I agree with that. The story is more gripping in other games, but for what Breath of the Wild does, I think it works perfectly. But I definitely agree with you, where like Twilight Princess, like I was like hooked story-wise. Or actually Skyward Sword's the best example because that's what really like pulled me through.
Really? See, Skyward Sword didn't do it for me, but I also didn't really give it a lot of my time. So
I mean,
the mechanics of that game drove me away. That's the issue.
You know the mechanics, but if you took more time to get into the story was really good.
Yeah. No, I'm sure. My friend Chris, he doesn't play video games, but he beat Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword.
Yeah. But anyway, quickly to get back to the Pokemon conversation. Last thing I guess we'll say on this is that final predictions for this year. I'm going to go with my prediction of, do I think a Pokemon game is coming out this year? I will say, yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic, so I'll say yes, but only if it gets announced in May. I think if we roll around to June and we haven't heard anything, I'm saying it's not happening. That's my guess.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I think that's pretty understandable.
What's your guys' predictions?
I'm with you, Ryan.
So you agree that if Pokemon might happen this year, but only if it's announced in May.
Actually, E3 is the latest I would go.
Oh, of course.
If it's past E3, that's be done. But I do think it would be May.
Okay.
But I would give it till E3. So I guess I 99% agree with you.
So Nicole, do you agree with us, or do you have a different opinion?
I mean, for the most part, but I don't really know. I haven't paid attention to Nintendo's past habits with. I mean, I know you just listen them out, but I'm gonna say that you could probably get a summer announcement and still get something for the holiday season if it's a remake. But if it doesn't get announced at E3, I'm gonna assume that it's not coming out, but I'm not gonna be like it's definitely not coming out. You know,
Okay.
I would still hold on to it for a couple months. But that's just me. Maybe being very excited for Diamond and Pearl, and I don't want to give up hope. Like
course.
Bayo 3.
I mean,
Never give up.
it makes sense. Although it would make sense with the pattern. I mean, if you think about it, X and Y was a brand new gen or brand new game, and that was announced in January and came out in October. And then Sun and Moon was a brand new game, and it was announced in February and came out in November. Obviously, they need more time for a new gen.
Yeah.
But Oras was announced in May, and it came out 6 months later in November. So I think it's still possible, but we're in crunch time now.
And I wonder if Nintendo, because their last Pokemon releases have all been in November. I don't know if that's just their favorite month because of the Black Friday thing. But Nintendo has released games in December. I think Odyssey is slated for December, isn't it?
It's slotted for holidays. so
Yeah,
probably,
it's like
yes.
holiday.
Oh, okay.
But I'm assuming that means
Regardless.
December.
Oh, that's a big
Yeah.
question. Is Odyssey getting delayed? I hope not, but I
I don't think so.
don't think so
I
either.
They
don't-
need that
can't.
game for the winter.
They can't afford
They
it.
can't. They need it. Well, what
Feels
else
like
is
their
coming
only
out?
game.
Like, in
That's
that
their
holiday
big holiday
season.
game.
Exactly.
As far as Nintendo, yeah, that's it. Every other game that's gonna get a competition.
Um,
But if they want to sell Switches during the holidays, or they just want to like really push their numbers, they need Mario.
it looked pretty good in the trailers that they showed. I mean, I don't know how far along they actually are, but I mean, that looks like a pretty finished product.
Yeah, I think they're gonna make it. I would be
I
actually
think they're gonna
surprised if they
make
delay it. Usually Mario games are good with it. Zelda's the big one that gets delayed.
I was gonna say, I feel like Mario games don't get delayed as often.
No, they really don't. I actually,
I don't know
It's
if they
been such a
do.
long- yeah.
Well, we haven't had one
It's been
since
such a long
3D
time since,
World.
like, a big
Yeah,
Mario
exactly. We
game
haven't had
came
one
out.
since 3D World, so
Yeah.
But
And that
you know
doesn't even really count. Like, I would go all the way back to, like,
Galaxy.
Galaxy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, Mike.
Mhm.
You
We're on
know
the same
what,
page,
though?
Ryan.
I feel like the reason why Zelda always gets delayed is because they always try to do it with a brand new system release. Like,
Yeah.
they really pushed Twilight Princess, right? And then that got delayed 2 years? And then
Yeah,
that was
for
like
the
the
Wii.
big Wii seller. And then with the Switch, I don't know, like, I just feel like they get so far into development and they really, really wanted this new Zelda game, Breath of the Wild, to be a Wii U seller. Like, that's what they were talking about for years.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna get this game and you're gonna buy a Wii U. And then they're like, oh wait, maybe we should put this on the Switch instead. And then they have to port everything back over. Like, that does take development time. You don't just
Yeah.
flip a Switch, LOL, and get it on another console.
That
But-
sounded funny.
There you go.
No, I definitely agree though. They have so much, like, they know Zelda and Mario are the biggest things, but Zelda especially just because Zelda games are always so innovative, I feel, and always so huge in scale. Like, nothing, like, of course Mario, especially Odyssey, looks just like a whole endeavor.
Yeah, but I don't even think that's gonna compare to Breath of the Wild. No way.
Exactly.
But Mario does have its own charm that they really need to make sure that they capture. Because the one game where Mario loses his charm, like, and like the feeling of that world, nobody's gonna buy it.
Yeah.
The game
You gotta be
itself is
careful.
not that fun, I don't think. I mainly play it for the world. Sorry.
Gasp.
I mean,
No, okay, I'm talking about system design wise. Like,
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, jumping and killing things isn't that fun, but what makes Mario fun is the charm, the world, the overall, like, I mean, who plays Mario for story? Like, what story did Galaxy have? Let's be honest here.
Yeah, well, that's like the whole point of like a platformer, like making it the best you can. It's the world design's so important.
Exactly. Which is fine. I'm
but
not
they've
saying
been
it's
really good
bad.
with it.
Yeah. It's just,
Yeah.
you know, the second that Mario loses that and just becomes a regular platformer, there's no reason to play Mario over any other platformer.
yeah, and I don't think
Well,
that
there's
that's
only
really
like
a problem.
two platformers out there.
They're making a comeback, okay?
I
Look
hope
at Steam.
so.
There's a lot of platformers on Steam.
Yeah.
Probably
No,
because
that's
they're easy to
true.
make, but I mean, on the Switch eShop, how many of those games are like retro indie games?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, think about it. And half of them are side scrollers, and then the other half are like bullet hell games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
all right. I mean,
all right. Well,
I was just going to say that I don't think Mario will ever lose its charm. I know you say that the minute that happens, it's done, but I mean, even in this first trailer, I don't even know how far they are, but in this first trailer, you could see all the little nods to the series. Like they make I feel like every game nowadays, because now we're in like 2017, so they have the resources to just go all out. Mm-hmm. They make every game like a love letter. Like for example, with Breath of the Wild, where every landmark is named after a past character or like a place. Remember, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even this game has like so many little details that they didn't need to do, but they did. Like the city is called New Donk City after Donkey Kong. Mm-hmm. So not only does it have elements from the original Donkey Kong arcade game with like the what do they call it, the girders or like the grind rails, whatever they're called. They have every street's named after a DK character. You have like Diddy Street, Dixie Street, like K Squawks, Central Squawks Park, like K Rule Streets, Cranky Avenue, Funky Town. Like it's a love letter. So I don't think they're ever gonna lose their charm.
Yeah, they're smart with their nostalgia now. Like at first, it's like Nintendo was really good, and then I felt like they just started throwing nostalgia in our face, which sort of put me off a bit. Mm-hmm. Like at first it was cool, and like after the 5th 3D World, I was like a little done. But now, like with Breath of the Wild and like Odyssey, if they do nostalgia like that, just like throwing it like in the background for people to find as like Easter eggs, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that the new Mario is going to be losing that. I'm just saying in the future, there's nothing that really, like in the future, let's just say Nintendo for some reason got lazy or just didn't put enough resources into a game that didn't make it feel like a Mario game. There's literally no point in buying it. Because like that's what attracts people. There's no other games quite like Zelda. But there's like a million games that could be like Mario. You know, I don't know if that makes sense. You know, it's the same thing that applies to Pokemon.
Yeah. Like you always have like the Zelda-esque game, but if you notice, it always starts with Zelda first. Like Zelda was like the original, and they're like doing it the best. Like you have people trying to copy, but they'll never like capture what Zelda does.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And that's what separates Nintendo products from every other game. How many shooters are on Halo? There's a million. They all do the same thing. Or on Halo, on Xbox. Like, cool. They all have their own little quirks, but like, I don't think anybody plays any of them for the worlds, you know? Like, you play for like the multiplayer and for stuff like that, which, I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to compare, but I don't know. No,
I see what point you're getting at. You play it for like different reasons, but like Nintendo games, like you'll only find from Nintendo. You won't find like if I want to play like a shooter, I have like options. If I want to play a Mario game, see, like I'm even saying like Mario game, I mean just platformer. If I want to play like a platformer, like Mario's the way to go.
Yeah. So I think overall, I think the point that we're trying to make is there, and I think it is time to wrap up the podcast.
Wrap it up.
So I hear my mom playing guitar, so we should wrap this up.
And the podcast to the sounds of guitar.
Yes. All right. So if
play us out, Nicole's mom.
If you want to contact us, you can leave a comment in the comment section below on YouTube. You can tweet at us at Blueshelled, at BTCYD, at Rye_Force, at 4Lens. You can you can email us at getblueshelled@gmail.com, or you can leave us a 5-star iTunes review and we will read it out loud on the show. Why are you playing guitar
it really sounds like there's so many options.
And we don't get any messages, so please make us happy and send us some. I don't even care if they're rude. Just send us some so we can read them out loud and laugh at you.
We would really appreciate all the support.
Ryan will read them out loud in the Winston voice.
Yes, he'll read it in the Winston voice.
I will happily read them out loud on the objective.
Every iTunes review gets read by Winston.
Of course.
Yes. Oh my god, it's such a good deal. How do you beat that?
You can't. I told Tracer the same thing.
Oh my god.
Cheers, love. I can't.
Cheers, love. The cavalry's here.
Sorry, big guy.
I have the highest pitched voice here, and I still can't do it.
You can just do the winner voice. It's okay.
I don't. What are one of her lines?
One shot, one kill.
One shot, one kill. No, I can't do it. She's just too widow. But all right, guys. Well, thanks, guys, for tuning in. If you are listening to this on YouTube, we are on iTunes and Google Play, so make sure you subscribe for free, please. Whoa. I can see when people do that, so please. It's very helpful to
she's
share
watching.
share the love. I'm watching all of you. Oh, what's the widow ult voice? What does she say when she ults?
No one can hide from my sight.
I see you. Wait, what did she say?
No one can hide from my sight.
That's exactly it, guys. That's exactly every time you think about subscribing and you don't, just think of me saying the widow voice.
And then think of
There
Mike
you
as
go.
Sombra hacking your computers.
Yeah, he
For
won't do
Lenza
that.
Online.
I will.
Te pelos.
That's online. I'm in.
Apagando las luces.
Stop! Alright, well thanks guys for listening. We'll see you next time.
Adios.
Bye.